Regulating your emotions is a priority life skill. I put priority there because that's a very important word. We have a lot of different life skills that we should be cultivating. You should know how to swim. I can't swim, but that's besides the point. You should know how to read. A lot of folks can't read. You know, people aren't literate. Some people don't know how to do their taxes. There's a lot of different life skills that you need. Learning how to regulate your emotions is something that we're not often taught in those formative years. We're not taught that in middle school or high school. I don't know why. They're teaching us that if we don't learn cursive, we won't go to 6th grade. All this BS to make us afraid. How about you teach me how to regulate my emotions so that way I can be a functioning adult when I get to 22, 25, 28. Learning how to regulate your emotions will save your life. I know guys who brag about getting into fights and they're in their 30s. Guys, we can go to jail for that. Why are you fighting somebody in your 30s? Or at any age at all. But you get past 18, you start to pick a fight with somebody, you can get locked up for it. You don't know where that other person's mental state is at. Like why are we doing this? All because you were upset? A guy who doesn't know how to regulate his emotions is a dangerous guy. We're physically stronger than women. More muscle mass, more size. If you can't regulate your emotions and you get angry, a lot of people can be in trouble. If you can't regulate your emotions, you're going to self-sabotage. You're going to fall into substance use, more than likely. You're going to find yourself in situations that are not beneficial to you, but you're not understanding what's going on, because when you feel a certain way, you do. You feel you do. There's no time for thought in between. I'm upset, so I'm going to do this. I'm sad, I'm doing that. I'm happy, I'm doing that. You're going to overcommit to things that you shouldn't be committing to in the first place. You're going to undercommit to things that you should be prioritizing. You're going to be in this emotional roller coaster because you can't figure out what's going on. And there are many different ways to regulate your emotions. I think for a guy, one of the best ways to regulate your emotions is to make sure that you're getting to the bag, that you have some money. And that's also important for women. Don't get me wrong, it's also important for women. But for guys, the world has a pecking order, and you're judged off of what you can provide, how many resources you have, how many people you can help. But if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you regulate your emotions? Financial stability is one of the best ways to regulate your emotions. For women too. It's important for women as well. But I think what screws up women in their 20s is who they choose to give their time to. I think a lot of guys aren't really looking for commitment in their 20s anyway. They're just out here just slanging it. Just having a good old time. And women can do that too. If you choose to do that, you know, that's your decision. That's your choice. But if you give your 20s to the wrong person, it can leave you jaded. It can make it hard for you to regulate your emotions moving forward. And you can find yourself in this negative thought pattern where you don't know how to make the best possible decisions for yourself, because toxicity is like your baseline. So regulating your emotions is a priority life skill.